Soaring high above the Willamette River. We are nearly...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Out to Doncic. Three-pointer. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic with the block. And they're able to recover. Yes, that goes in. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And just about a minute into the first quarter.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Doncic outside. There's the pass to Porzingis. A three-pointer off the mark. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And here's Porzingis, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Porzingis kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And they'll keep possession. And the basket by Lillard.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. It's good.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And Doncic gets it to go. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Doncic looking it over. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Portland leading by 5. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Outside Hardaway. Out to the right wing. Porzingis high post. He's against Cantor. Good on the shot.
Very hard to contend with a player with the size and touch and well-rounded offensive game that Kristaps Porzingis has.
Doncic against Lillard. Dishes it to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here's Brunson. And the wide open shot from Redick. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's McCollum. No good with the layup. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. Comes up empty down low. Trailblazers leading by 9. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Jones finds Kanter. Here's Simons, guarded by Hardaway. They get it again. The shot's good from Kanter. Kanter's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
I love that Kanter will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Back to Kanter. Covered by Redick. Giles off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Brunson, the bounce pass. Stolen by Kanter. And again, Portland running the court in transition.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Marjanovic has got his first bucket in this one.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Portland.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Giles in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trail by 13. Here's Brunson. Basket counts.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
There's 1:54 left in the first half. Shot, high post. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Powell dishes to Covington. Lillard looking around. Just 5 to shoot. Covington passes to Nurkic. 2 points. That one goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Porzingis. And there's the feed to Cauley Stein. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Now, here's Lillard. 10 points for him. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Richardson. Mavericks trailed by 11. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Richardson. Doncic has got 6.
Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
No free throws good from Lillard.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Lillard against Doncic. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Passes it to Nurkic. Outside, Covington. Drills the three-pointer.
Right now, Robert Covington in the catch and shoot has so much confidence.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Doncic missing. Trailblazers leading by 16. Lillard way outside. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game? Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
The Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Lillard against Doncic. McCollum outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis, and here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Another shot. Out to Porzingis. And he gets the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now Powell following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Powell.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Pass to Powell. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
Doncic finds Porzingis. From deep. The shot that time, not on target. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 15.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Inside. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Well, Luka Doncic has an innate sense for when his teammates are open, and boy, does he deliver it.
Doncic against Lillard. Nurkic in the post. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Doncic against Lillard. And that one's good. Doncic.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Back to Lillard. Jacks up a three. And the Trailblazers another three.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
The drive by Doncic. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
High post, Nurkic. Cauley Stein against Powell. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Richardson up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Richardson, no luck. Lillard way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Giles. He's out there with Jones. And it's Simons in the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. The pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. To the paint. There's the triple. Here's Cantor for 3.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Covered by Redick. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. Cantor, and Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Brunson, good.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Brunson. That one good for 2.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons, the pass to Jones. He kicks it to Cantor. Shoots over Reddick. Cantor's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 15. Out left to the wing. Back to Reddick. Pass to Marjanovic. Powell trying to free himself up. Marjanovic, no good. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. Puts it up from 17. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
Well, more and more that mid-range game becoming something you've got to deal with when guarding Enes Kanter.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded by McCollum. It's stolen by Jones. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Cantor against Porzingis. Clock at 6. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Simons surveying the D. Cantor against Porzingis. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Portland again missing. Mavericks trail by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. .58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cauley-Stein. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Simons. It's Jones on the wing. Pass to Simons. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Charity stripe shot. The Mavericks pull it in. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's Giles. Cantor inside. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll in this terrific look at the... And nothing.
Well, guys, I'm very...
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the small forward.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Lillard outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
George passes to Zubac. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over.
The shot by George, wide open. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the dunk by Powell.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's sent back by Lillard. And that one is good from Zubac. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lillard outside. He kicks to Powell. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Morris, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here, trailing by 5.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Lillard scanning the floor. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 6. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Leonard the pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Passes it to Powell. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. George passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Lillard outside. He's off on that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about they're not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim. His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
The 3 from George. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Rondo passes to Zubac. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. Lillard left side. Shoots over Zubac. Batum grabs the miss. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Rondo with a clean look. Nice open look, but it's no good. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early. Aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Kanter throws it down.
And look at Kanter rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McCollum outside. And he drops it in from the low post.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Here's Batum. And he banks in the layup. Batum's got his first points of the game.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
Simons surveying the D. Outside, Jones. Got a piece of it.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
Here's Beverly. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
And Anthony gets it to go.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Now here's Beverly. To the middle. And that'll be 2 for... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, so far, if you look at the totality, Batum has put together a very impressive career. He's had a great stroke from outside in addition to his outstanding defense.
Lillard against Beverly. Shoots from the elbow. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 10.
Look, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson has the open look. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Beverly against Lillard. Down low, Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
1:27 left in the first half. Jackson passes to Morris. From 15 feet away, tips it. Cousins on the follow.
Poor job defensively on the glass. I mean, Cousins is the first guy you have to get a body on. He has good anticipation and those long arms.
Here's Lillard. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 12.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Pass to Beverly. On the wing, Batum. Defended by Covington. Jackson misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Beverly wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Beverly's got 5 points so far.
And what confidence from Beverly squaring himself up as the pass was coming his way. So he was ready to fire.
Lillard against Beverly. Shoots from the block. That misses off the backboard. Morris right side. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the rejection by Zubac. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Here's Nurkic. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's George. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. That ball, nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Kept alive. Nurkic. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Nurkic has got his second bucket. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And here's George. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Here's McCollum. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Morris with the ball. Cantor covering. A 3 from Leonard, and Cantor pulls it down.
Oh, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Outside Leonard. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. McCollum with the ball. Here's Simons. He dishes it to Carmelo. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, is really paramount.
Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Anthony. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. It's blocked. They get it back. And Batum kicks to Cousins. Shoots the 3. And it's Beverly missing. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's deflected. Jones, no luck. Clippers leading by 5. Now the Clippers moving it up. Batum, good. Batum's got 6.
Well, 6 of their last 10 points coming off the fast break.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Giles checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Simons, the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now Beverly, 5 points in the game. High high post Cousins. He's against Cantor. 4 on the clock. Takes it from 10. And that one hits back iron. Trailblazers trail by 5. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Batum with the steal. One-on-one here. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got his first basket.
Oh, he's one of the best passing fives in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Here's Giles. No good. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Damian Lillard. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight with.
Now here's Beverly, and there's the pass to Kennard. Here's Oturu. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Powell, and the layup falls.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. And here is Cousins. Passes to Oturu. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen. They've got to communicate much better out there.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. The Clippers also changing it up. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Powell down low. Jackson on him. Nice D from Cousins. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. 3-point lead. Pass to Cousins. Lays it up and banks it in.
The bruising power of Cousins. Once he gets in prime position, he goes straight to work.
Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
George looking over the floor. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him enough.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And George kicks to Morris. Anthony against Leonard. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 3 up the floor. It's hauled in by George. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard with no one around. Good. Nothing but net. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
And they get it back. Lillard with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
George against Powell. Rebounded by Covington. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Anthony drives in, and that's an intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in.
Love the poise in McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
Leonard inside. Guarded by Powell. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 2. A minute 20 left to play in the final quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And Anthony subbed in for Norman Powell. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to 2 with those points from Lillard.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They thought they could count on him to make crucial shots.
Outside, George. Now the feed to Leonard. Stolen by Cantor. Lillard from outside. He is hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. And they go to the intentional foul. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the 4th. George, that's a 2-pointer. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. That'll be a 5-second call.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. The Trailblazers focused as they walk into the locker room earlier on. Their job is basic tonight. Get a win on their home court. And coming to you, both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in at the point guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the small forward. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Jokic. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Powell with the steal. Inside, Porter with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And here's Portland. Now, here's Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard left side. It's hauled in by Jokic.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Pass to Gordon. And here's Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. And Jokic gets it to go.
Well, Jokic being assertive now in the mid-range and has the touch to bury that kind of shot.
And the playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
And Jokic slams it in.
And Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Lillard scanning the floor. The pass to Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Rivers against McCollum. Rivers kicks to Harrison. 6 on the shot clock. Porter finds Jokic. Tries it from 9. And again, it's Denver. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Lillard outside. Dishes it to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. No good on the triple. Denver leading by 3. Harrison passes to Jokic. Baseline J on the way. Rebound by the Trailblazers. It's Powell on the wing. Back to McCollum. It's deflected. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Here's Harrison. Gordon dishes to Rivers. Off target from the wing. Trailblazers trail by 3. A 3 from McCollum. And Covington with the basket on the assist by McCollum.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Harrison scanning the floor. The kick out to Porter. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Powell against Porter. Lillard outside. Yeah, the step back. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Well, off the bounce, we know he's good, but off of the kickouts, he can still get it done. That one rings true.
Outside Porter, 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum against Rivers. Porter kicks to Jokic. Drains the 19-footer. Jokic has got 8.
Well, the confidence just keeps growing with Jokic and his shot. Pretty much ready to shoot as soon as it touched his hands.
Lillard from outside. But they recover it. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So on the floor for Denver, we've got JaMychal Green, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Austin Rivers. Millsap against Anthony. Millsap kicks to Rivers. Just 4 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. Portland trailing here. Lobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's McGee. Passes it to Rivers. And here's Millsap. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 4. Yep, it counts. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen, later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Millsap, and Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers. Bol with it. Anthony on him. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. From outside the arc. No good that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Nuggets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And it's McGee slamming it down.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it to Carmelo. Feeds it to Cantor. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nuggets leading by 3. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Simons the pass to Cannon. McCollum right side. Deep 2 from Anthony, and it's Anthony again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Aaron Gordon. David Aldridge, what's the status?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Nuggets head athletic trainer. He's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, basically a stinger, and he's lost all sense of motion in his arm.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here's Bull. And a lot of contact on the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gordon kicks to Bull. Lets it go with a 3. Denver with a new 14. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Monte Morris is checked in for Bull.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And the basket by Lillard.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Harrison to the inside. Jokic unable to get that one.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points, and one of the strengths of this Denver team is their
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league, and really what position would he play? But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
And a wide open look for Porter. Nails the wide open jump shot. Porter's got his second basket.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
Covington wide open. He fires offline with his three.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Denver leading by 9. Rivers with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Jokic passes to Porter. Now Jokic pass to Harrison. 6 to shoot. Back to Jokic. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's McCollum. Over Rivers. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. The Nuggets shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Pass to Jokic. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Good on the bucket. Jokic has got 10 points in the game. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Here's Simons. And he lays it straight in.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Now the pass to Bull. Outside Porter. Passes to Jokic. 13 feet away. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Pass to Lillard. Lets it go. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The 9-foot shot and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Here's Lillard. He has 5. Puts it up from 15. Up again. And Kanter able to finish.
And it's not a secret. Kanter is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. It's Jokic top of the key. Stolen by Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 9. Stolen by Rivers. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Porter. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Now, here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. Kanter finds Lillard. Back to Kanter. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Kanter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is the area where Kanter can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
The dish to Rivers. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. A different look for Denver. Now, here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Morris looking over the floor. Outside Millsap. Great look, but off the mark. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
Cantor is so hungry and has the desire to be an impact player on the glass every night. A very good low-post scorer who can rebound at a high level.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Denver on top. They're up by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Paul Millsap. Michael Porter's out there with Harrison. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. Harrison kicks to McGee. 5 to shoot. Over McCollum. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Nuggets. And here is Powell. Pass to Anthony. Here's Powell. And it's McCollum in the corner. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Green, he's checked in for Denver. The Nuggets leading by 7. Harrison passes to Millsap. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor with it. To the middle. Here's Giles. Free throw good, Giles. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. And Denver with a change here, too. Rivers checked in.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Gordon kicks to Harrison. Denver gets it back. Millsap passes to Gordon. Second chance shot. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 6. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. And the first one drops. And so he hits both. And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Green. And it's Bol in for Paul Millsap. McCollum outside. They grab their own miss. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Jokic has checked in for Bol. Now Jokic. 5 on the clock. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Rivers against Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. The shot. Money from the wing. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Here's Harrison. He's guarded by McCollum. Jokic inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 6. 1:57 left in the 4th. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Harry Giles. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Pop. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Right side Jones. A three from McCollum. Paul Millsap with the rebound. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. They've held a 12-point lead early. Morris against Lillard. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
6'10", 250 pounds. It's a big man out there, and he uses his size to draw the contact there. Nice job by Jokic.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. 1:04 left in the 4th quarter. For the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. And Robert Covington subbed in for McCollum. Shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
It didn't take too long for Jokic to blossom into one of the better young players in the league. Much quicker than most folks, I think, give him credit for. Some padding here on the free throw line, some good work.
Covington in the corner. Back to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Bounce pass from Morris. Jokic finds Morris to the left side wing. Here's McGee. Money!
Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Lillard way outside. Fades back. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lets the 3 fly. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up enough.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Lillard against Morris. Anthony left side. It's good.
Melo with another moment.
Jokic inside, and an intentional foul right there. It's the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell. Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And he makes that one. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And here are the Blazers. And no good. Nice D from Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Takes it out to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bucket is good.
Beautiful pick that time by Damian Lillard.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now Doncic. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
Passes it to Covington. And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Doncic. Over McCollum. Doncic, no good. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Portland also making some changes. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Cantor. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Brunson. And it's Portland with the rebound. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. That's a 2 from Powell. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Powell, no one around him. They get it back. Cantor. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Cantor. Over Kleber. Cantor's shot is off.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
Now here's Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Buries it from three-point range. Powell's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Pass to Kleber. To the paint. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Outside for Redick. The three buries the long-range jumper.
And this is exactly how Redick makes his living. An incredible three-point shooter who shoots it quickly.
Brunson against Lillard. To the wing on the left. Here's Simon. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future.
I know that when the main guy uses...
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
J.J. Redick is out there with Burke. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Powell in at the power forward position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And the Mavericks with possession. Burke finds Cauley Stein. Burke looking over the floor. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Burke. The shot's good from Cantor.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Simons. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Giles. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Cauley Stein. And no good that time. Good D by Covington. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And a switch here also for Portland. Anthony's checked in.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Here's over Powell. Powell with the steal. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's McCollum. And it's blocked.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Doncic against Anthony. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Damian Lillard's checked in for Powell. The three for Doncic. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Stolen away. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Doncic. 1:21 left to play in the first half. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard. The pass to Covington. Out to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Mavericks trailed by 3. Pass to Finney-Smith. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Finney-Smith's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Lillard against Doncic. They need this. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game it's been so far. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Here's who Terry Stotts will start in the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3-side.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Redick. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. Pass to Finney-Smith. The feed to Powell. Tries again. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. Had the space there, but it's offline. The Trailblazers shooting the ball at 42%, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Feeds it to Cantor. shot missing. Nice D from Porzingis. And they're pushing it up. Stolen by Cantor. Richardson against McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Doncic looking it over. Now the pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Rebound. Richardson finds Porzingis. Doncic left side. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony.
Boy, I like what Porzingis shows there. Excellent. Staying with the shot even under pressure.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And the pass to Nurkic. Up top, Covington, guarded by Powell. They shot off that time, and the Mavericks going the other way now. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Doncic dishes to Powell. Clock at 6. And Doncic, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This guy, this young fella, loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
McCollum, no good.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Collin passes to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Cantor. Powell with the steal. McCollum against Doncic. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Shoots over Nurkic. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Trailblazers trail by 6. And the dunk by Powell.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter. It's to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And he converts the layup.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He challenged them to hold on to the lead. He said, you are in control of the game right now, and it's up to you if we win this game. Take the responsibility and own it and close this thing out like you can. We'll see if he can get it done, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but... And we've got
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Trailblazers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Nobody near Lillard, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's George. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one is good from Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Moves back up. Giles kicks to Powell. Here's McCollum. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Lillard. And the rejection by Zubac.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Leonard kicks to Morris. Leonard against Powell. Leonard inside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Giles, that's good. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Outside, George fires from deep. The Clippers rebound. Here's Zubac. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Here's Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
I'll tell you, I'd love to see someone take the contact head on. And Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. With the fadeaway. Leonard, no luck. Portland leading, and here we go with Giles running it up the court. McCollum, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And the wide open shot from Morris from outside off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And the basket by McCollum.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's George. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that three, the more the floor opens up.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They need this one. A nice shot by George.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Now Lillard. Three seconds left. And the rejection by Zubac. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum, and it's man in its small forward. Portland leading by 3. Simons, the pass to Cannon. That shot misses. Great D that time from Batum. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Trailblazers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, in addition to everything else that DeMarcus Cousins brings to the game, he can score for you in transition and put pressure at the rim.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly, and the rejection by Cousins. Man passes to Cousins. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Man gets the bucket.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Simons surveying the D. From the arc. Craps in the tray. Simons has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. Here's Kennard. Over in the corner, Beverly. Drills it from outside. And the Clippers lead by 1.
No hesitation in the catch-and-shoot situation. Patrick Beverly ready to shine.
Shoots the 3. And it's Simons missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Cousins. Kennard with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for that. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Beverly, the pass to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Cousins, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Lays it up off the glass. Beverly's got 5 now.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Simons, the pass to Jones. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Cousins. And the jam by DeMarcus Cousins.
Are you kidding me? DeMarcus Cousins, my goodness. Go ahead.
Pass to McCollum. There's 39 seconds left here in the second. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Cousins. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Giles comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard looking around. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Leonard with the steal.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his team.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
On the floor for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
The free throw is good from Lillard.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside Jackson. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. Jackson's got 5.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Lillard from outside. Portland again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Morris. Back to George. Lillard with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 6. And the dunk by Powell.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jackson passes to Zubac. The dish now to Leonard. Back to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 6 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Pass to George. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for McCullough.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Powell. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And that one's good. Beverly's got 7 points.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Kanter. Nice D from Cousins. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. The pass to Beverly. 1:11 left in the third. The feed now to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Just 4 to shoot. And it's blocked.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Batum. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And it's Simons missing. The Clippers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. That one goes in. 6 points for him.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Beverly against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Passes to Cousins. Shoots over Kanter. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them And what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the small forward spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Batum kicks to Rondo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. From deep. They get it again. Out to Anthony. McCollum outside. And here's Kanter. 4 on the shot clock. Launches it. The Clippers grab the miss. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Makes it off the glass. Kennard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Cans it from downtown. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now here's Jackson. Leonard on the wing. And Kanter pulls it down. Stolen by Zubac. Here's George. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Anthony. Good. Nice job down low.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Sure. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Jones. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. George with the bucket.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Lillard up top, defended by George. And the basket is good.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Now George. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Leonard with the bucket.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Lillard with it. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
It's Covington on the wing. The shot misses. Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard with no one around. Off target with his 3. And so it's Anthony bringing it up to the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Lillard. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Leonard. Fires the 3. Nails the triple.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Lillard against George. Paul George with the steal. And George with the stuff.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's George. So the Clippers with the win. It was a fan. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the... And as thing...
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola...
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Denver, Harrison out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Porter. It's Najee in at the four-man position. And Denver has possession following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Outside, Porter. 5 on the clock. Here's Najee. Here's Jokic. And the call on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Portland making their last shot. There's Harrison. On the wing, Porter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Porter against Powell. And the shot is long.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now? I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Passes it to Rivers. Powell with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself, and that one is good.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Rivers with it. Inside, Nurkic with the steal. Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Harrison. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the shot is good.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And really deep through that time.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game.
Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
And here's Rivers. Pass to Harrison. Jokic high post. Jokic draws the double. Over Giles. Jokic, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Giles. And that one is hammered home.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And there's the pass to Najee. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. Powell, no one around him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Giles. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 2.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Lillard dishes to Jones. Anthony against Green. Anthony, the pass to Kanter. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Jones, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 7. Pass to Millsap. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Well, there are few players in the league that can match with his athleticism. In his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
Here's Denver now. Kicks it to Rivers. And Green now, top of the key. Connects from three-point range.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oop GA that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking ability. He times it up.
Kanter able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, and when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Here's Millsap. Rebounded by Anthony.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
There's the dish to Millsap. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
But see, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
Lillard from outside. Doesn't go for him. Now Denver takes it the other way. Rivers kicks to Green. Back to Rivers. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from McGee. Now Lillard. He's got 5. Down low. Here's Cantor. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. And Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Gordon, the pass to Porter. There's the triple. And the 3 ball is good. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Cantor's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 3. Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. Jokic with it. The 3. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jones, the pass to Cantor. Over Morris. Cantor's shot is off.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
In the corner, it's Morris. They get the rebound. Jokic. Outside Gordon. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Portland out in front. They lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
They've got Porter, Harrison out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 5. Powell kicks to Lillard from past the arc. Portland, no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
There's Porter with the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pushing it up. They swipe it. Got a piece of it. Pass to Harrison. Outside Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for Porter. Tips it up. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 6 points.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Giles. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Over Gordon. And it's Giles missing.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for
it. Morris inside. Working on Nurkic. And that one's good. Jokic.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. There's the pass to Giles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 6 points for him.
And they finally get one to go. I mean, and just in time, an 0 for 4 start to the second half can really make a team tighten up.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time. Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Just 5 on the clock. Lillard, the pass to Giles. Can't hit from 12.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And Jones subbed in for Damian Lillard. Here's Rivers. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Porter's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Offensive rebound. Kanter's shot is off.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
A 3-ball. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Anthony kicks to Kanter. Porter with the steal. Here's the break. .34 seconds left to play here in the third. Porter can't get that one to fall.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Here's Harrison. Porter in the corner. He feeds it to Millsap. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Check out the footwork from Millsap. Rolls off the pick smooth and gets to his spot.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's McCollum. On the floor for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. McCollum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. McCollum's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Millsap. Here's Najee, covered by Anthony. Here's Najee. Good work defensively by Anthony. Here's McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Passes it to McGee. And Ennis Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Right side Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Throws it up high. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
Cullen passes to Simons. It's Powell on the wing. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
McCollum against Rivers. McGee inside. And he banks in the layup.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
Here's Simons, stripped away. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. And finished off by Rivers.
And running the break is about being opportunistic. Now, right there, Rivers doing just this and being rewarded for it.
Here's Simons. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the right iron.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Morris with the ball. Outside Gordon. Shoots. Here's Jokic. Out to Morris. Gordon outside. Denver the rebound.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Here is Lillard. 4 on the clock. Out to the wing. Takes a 3. Hits it from three-point range.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Shaquille Harris comes in for Rivers. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for McCollum. Back to Jokic. Over Giles. That one wide left. Trailblazers trail by 5. And it's blocked. And it's Harrison with the ball for Denver. 55 seconds left in the game. Now Jokic counted from 12. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a good read on his part. And as usual, his mid-range jumper is on point.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Count!
This is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's Gordon with the 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Lillard attacking. Yes!
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Now, here's Lillard. Gets the 3 to fall.
I like watching Lillard shoot when he's in rhythm. He's superb at switching from dribbling to shooting in the blink of an eye.
And there's a whistle. That'll go on Jared Jones. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now you could put this.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it.